The new teacher held a knife to the podium. The students felt extremely surprised. Suddenly, he put it down and divided the apple in half, then asked a question. Only a student has correct answer, remaining 25%. Obviously they're all high school students, but they don't even know simple math. Cutting off the wires in the teacher's car is the way to welcome him. The tidy university amphitheater turned into a maze. He always goes to school without book before, and the teacher's advice. Despite of disrespectful actions of students, he wasn't angry. On the contrary, he also humorously told students that if this action may look down others, it would also help him attack many people. But the finger can't just do that, it can make a person's life better. It can still be used to calculate, but no matter how the teacher advises them, it is still a threat. All the teachers treat those students like garbage. No one wants to teach them to learn. Even more teachers resign than graduates. It is a serious problem. Each teacher has to teach another subject, like a physical education teacher who teaches chemistry. Music teacher teaches physics. But even so, it is not possible to achieve the subject that was required by the Ministry of Education. The school prepared to close. Students will have nowhere to go to school. They will probably never leave this life of poverty. Therefore, the teacher who used to teach math said that he will be teaching more. The homeroom teacher told Late that he had just arrived, and didn't know all things about school. So she think he should spend the money to adapt. But Late was very determined. And as he is a teacher, he couldn't see that his students lost a chance to live. Just like that, he officially became their math teacher, and facing the students, he knew that if he treat them a normal way, it won't have effects. It only makes them more contradictory. He chooses to slowly approach students, and slowly take care of them. If students like faction gathering, he used the way of talking of gangsters to deal for them. The humorous and friendly style of him make them no longer wary. It is a real class. He told them that their Mexican ancestors were the Maya. Mayan achievements in mathematics were much ahead of Europe. The blood that flew in you has the origin of mathematics. These words motivated them a lot of and felt be respected. They began to learn, and after that he took them a simple test. Because it is a testing exam, it doesn't put too much pressure on them. Rain is a thug. The teacher told Rain, if you really want to become a gangster boss, you won't be able to achieve it by just relying on men. You have to need a smart brain, or you're always an anonymous person. Unexpectedly, that way can encourage him. After class, Rain met Late. He told the teacher that he wanted his team to grow bigger and more glorious. Due to the strange teaching method, it made students love learning. Even the principal respected him for his method. The teacher intends to start teaching the calculus, because calculus is an ancillary learning of the university. If they get that level, there will be a university that will accept them. But when Late said it to the principal, the answer was not encouragement, but a mocking smile. It must be known that the approval rate of countries up to 2% is also not achieved. It is very difficult to get. And the homeroom teacher said even the teacher. Everyone should know their limits. The school didn't encourage it, but Late still decided. The temperature is up to 40 degrees, but no one has any intention of giving up. They know that Late was the person who would keep them motivated. The holiday is over. Students not only have finished the entire program of high school, but also begin to approach calculus. He told his students to go to the school early. Today is not off school. But this time, a male student refused his request. Because he had to work on the weekend, and the salary for those 2 days was more than Late won. He did not say anything, and just drove the student to go out. Near the intersection, he suddenly sped up, telling the student to go left or right. In times of urgency, students have to choose to turn right, but the road is a dead end. He said that life is always like that. You need to have foresight, and make solid decisions. The next morning after school, he appeared on time. Because of such intense teaching, his health could not be resisted. Unfortunately, he fell down the stairs. Because of overwork, the teacher got a heart condition, and was hospitalized for 1 month. The school can only say that the arts teacher is temporarily teaching for him. But he doesn't understand what a calculus is. Listing all the important knowledge on paper. Ask the nurse to re-race the students, according to the knowledge, the teacher summarizes, and self-study to solve the test. The competition coming up, and he know that they can do it. The teacher ignored the advice of the discharged doctor. Thanks to the help and companionship of the students, their confidence increased. He was both scared and looking forward to it, but when he opened the result sheet, he finally feels more comfortable. This time, the whole class has 18 students, including him, who had passed the exam. This achievement is really good, this admired by many schools. The principal is proud to show off his achievements to all the parents, but the real teacher's effort is say nothing. The other teacher advised him to talk anything. But he refused it because those kids have a good future. It is much more important than his glory. Suddenly, a female student suddenly stopped the principal's speech. Although he didn't look surprised, and deeply, he was very proud. His 2-year dedication made 18 students from the most ignorant students achieve good results in the calculus exam. This is a miracle in education. As long as we try, we can do it. But at this moment, the school received a letter. This group of students' dreams of going to college were all dashed. The Ministry of Education suspects that they cheated in the exam. Experts even go to here to investigate. Because there are not any states, they force students to confess to cheating. But none of the students admitted what they didn't do. Unexpectedly, the principal was afraid of being responsible, so he told the students to quickly confess everything. Actually, he didn't believe them. Brain couldn't bear anymore. Everything has been revealed, let's accept it. First I get the exam paper, then pass it on to the people sitting. A postman gave it to me. I killed him and his corpse lied on my bookcase. The LOL, that answer made experts skeptical. Brain argues with unreasonable arguments. After all done, late is always tossing and turning. Before that, they are all bad students. No matter how hard they try, it's considered cheating. This is not only the issue of educational discrimination that worries us even more. Because they pass the exam, they are all eligible to enter the university of their dreams. But society is always like that, it's always unfair, and they're going to be under a lot of pressure. But they never gave up, their teacher argued a lot. Finally, the Department of Education agreed to let the students take the test again, this time by an expert from the Ministry of Education. Do not wear clothes with pockets, do not look sideways, use your own ability. The contest was quickly organized. This time the expert divided the table very widely. The 2 examiners are also very strict. Obviously there is no way to cheat. The competition finished. He waited their results. A few minutes passed. Finally they had the result. 18 students were swamped through again. There were 5 students who has high scores. Faced with the contempt of others, we only have to prove our own strength. This is a true story that turned into a movie about a teacher late, who used his unique way of teaching. He is the myth of education in the history of the United States, has changed many students.